Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, I'm not in my usual setup. This is actually my sister's room that I am using at the background here. But I haven't made an autism video in a while, so so let's get it out of the way. I think the internet needs to stop with the whole autism thing, really. Just mainly the fact that I think people are just becoming way too obsessed with this thing now that it's becoming fetishized. I mean, every other community was like being mad at like their community being like, fetishized, and I'm like, you know what? And it's true, and I don't think it's only happening because it's like I think there's so much TDS going on that like RK is going around with this whole new like war of autism now with the Tylenol thing that I may have expressed in the earlier video, but whether or not the vaccines or the Tylenol causes autism, I'm like, to be fair though, I feel like we're rushing too much into something that we still don't fully understand, and that I think because we don't really understand like what it isn't, from what we know what it is, which is patterns of behaviors of individuals. And I don't know, and it's like, I think that the criteria for the diagnosis is becoming way too vague, too fucking vague. It's that like, I think it is a problem when we're starting to see more individuals getting diagnosed with it, that it's like, in a way, it's irony. I think when everyone has autism, you got rid of autism, so hooray. I think the plan is getting achieved. Unless it is the whole thing. It's like, once again, there is this illusion of choice, an illusion of a side. We end up playing for one side in the end. And, I don't know. Just wanted to make a quick little video about my own opinions about this. Because the internet has found this new obsession now. It's fucking terrible. Jeez Louise, especially with how many people have told me how ugly I am. It's like, oh boy, now all these hot girls are gonna want an autistic boyfriend and then they get me. Well, that's like the worst fate for us. And who knows? Who knows what the future holds? Might not even be a future, but that's here and then. What else? Because, we can go on and on about this whole, like, again, I think the whole arcade thing comes back from the, I forgot the name of the guy now, just few, because I saw a video of, like, from Lessons in Meme Culture talk about this, and, like, I think William Wakefield? Yes, it was William Wakefield, or Alan Wakefield. No, Alan Wake was a video game. Anyway, sorry, it's been a long time since I wore a mask like this, since the pandemic. Anyway, so yeah. So the whole idea of like, okay, autism here existing, and then the vaccines or any medical technology Tylenol would not be going into make it like one is causing the other. It could be that one that's causing this to be invented. I don't know. And again, I think this is going to be terrible because we are once again adding now a new identity into the culture war, okay? Because, it wasn't that long ago that we were dealing with the homosexual culture where we were like, let the gays get married, don't let the gays get married. And it was like, some wanted marriage, some didn't. And what does that look like? And we know in that time period, it was like, for the longest time, whenever like a gay influencer, take for instance Shane Dawson or, what was it, James Charles? I didn't even know, that was post the thing, but like, what I'm trying to say here is that there was a time period where we couldn't even criticize that community. The LGBT, actually it was the LGBT, it was just the too, but it was mainly just a bunch of gay dudes that were like, doing terrible things. Okay, not equivalent of the community they were part of, but because of they were part of that community, somehow, in some way, in some form of logic, we weren't allowed to criticize them, because it's like, okay, attacking them means we're attacking all of the gay community, which was fucking stupid and retarded, okay? Just because you're part of this quote-unquote protected class, and again, protected class, that's fucking dog shit, okay? It's like, protected class means you can't kill me. And I can't really speak about that too much, because again, I could bring in another demographic, but I won't. So that's there. We got that. So for the most part, unless you want to bring in how now, oh, we could be revoking gay marriage now and tell that to Milo. I know. And then the current thing of men and women, and then the transgender community and all this. And I want to throw in, and then the race too, with the Black Lives Matter around the same time during the pandemic going on, and also the Mexicans and every other Hispanic community getting deported willy-nilly. And again, why are we all so hyper-focused on identity, okay? Because I think this is my main problem. Why are we so focused on the identity and not really focused on what is best for the individuals, and just have a baseline sort of understanding of morality for the general public, okay? I think we have to deal with the general public at first, which is the whole country. Then we go down the chain of command, or the chain of the hierarchy, okay? First, country first, then the states, then it gets the county, then your town, then your own house, and then, you yourself, the individual. Now, where does community play in that? I guess that's the thing, though. It's like a community I think everyone should be a part of a community, but you should not be a community that is all focused on, one identity, okay? It's I get this goes back also to my hatred of DEI. It's because DEI is all about, enforcing and over-enforcing diversity, okay? But then the downside is okay, but then it's the problem comes in then, and when it's you have okay, but there's no diversity of thought. There's no diversity of thought, because God forbid a black guy voted for Trump, or a Republican, or God forbid a Mexican dude voted for Trump, okay? And then God forbid, I don't know, a gay dude voted for Trump, okay? And then God forbid a gay dude not even want to support the right to get married. I remember seeing, James Sexton, the divorce attorney, in one of his, in one of Pocket here, I think it was the one with it was the Diary of a CEO podcast, where he said, oh, okay, now they have to worry about this shit. Never mind, let everyone be let the straight people be miserable. We only can care for ourselves. The gay people will go. And that is the thing, though. It's I see this as a problem of, once again, and I guess we could relate back to what Ted Kaczynski said. Because Ted Kaczynski fucking predicted this years ago, okay? And again, I'm not saying he was right in bombing, but heck, not to do much. I need to finish reading the book. But anyway, yeah, so I think the internet is just finding, once again, or not just the internet, but overall society is just finding once again another identity to fucking hide behind, and just focus on themselves. The individual needs to focus on themselves and not think. And I know this is fucking contradictory, because I started the video off with identifying with the autism community as an autistic guy itself, but I don't know. I mean, me as an autistic guy, I should not be speaking for the rest of the autistic people, okay? Beyonce should not be speaking for all the black community, okay? Bad Bunny should not be speaking for all the Hispanic, nor should he really be speaking for all the Puerto Ricans. Jeez Louise. Get your shit together, the fucking internet. Maybe you need to get off the internet, okay? Too many of you retards are on the internet. You need to go outside and, I don't know, do something with your life, god damn it. But then again, at the end of the day, control could be an illusion, so yada yada yada. That is the end of my video, guys. Peace out.